Okay, so we're going to take a look at a pair of questions from the topic of electromagnetics. The first question we have here is to define electromagnetic induction. So for our first part, our answer is very much going to be a definition. So we are going to say to define electromagnetic induction, this is the production of an electromotive force across an electrical conductor in the presence of a changing magnetic field. In the presence of a changing mag field. So this is our sort of stock standard textbook definition for how we define electromagnetic induction. If you're asked to define it, this is how you want to define it. Now we're going to think about another question here. We have a loop of wire is placed in a uniform magnetic field and moved in a straight line, yet has no induced current. Why? Well, for this one, this is essentially a theory question about electromagnetics. So a loop has flux only when the surface normal and the field are not perpendicular. So if a loop is moved so that its surface normal is perpendicular to the magnetic field vectors, an EMF will not be generated. So in this case, we're going to assume that, or we're going to state that if a loop is moved so that its surface normal, this is the vector which is normal to the surface, to the area contained within the loop, surface normal is perpendicular to the mag field, an EMF will not be generated. An EMF will not be generated. So these sorts of questions, the second question here with the loop of wire in the uniform magnetic field, this is essentially telling us that magnetic fields sometimes induce currents, right? They don't always induce currents. You need changing magnetic fields, and you need them oriented in such a way that the surface normal is not perpendicular to the magnetic field, right? So these are some of the conditions required in order to produce EMF. EMF doesn't just get produced the minute you put any loop in any magnetic field, right? It's under very specific conditions.